Dreams are supposed to be hard to get, not supposed to be easy. But that's what makes you you.
Set your bar high, go get it. Time fly, don't sweat it. Action.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we have a special guest, Official Sims.
What's good, y'all? What's
Official
good, man?
Sims. How you
What's
been,
poppin',
man? How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just trying to get back into the swing of things since the last time we spoke. Things have been on the up. I would say that much more positive. You know what I mean? Been getting busy with it.
I seen you on Whatnot posting.
Yeah, been doing more Whatnot. Been making some more money. Been making some more music. I've been in the studio more. Been getting in touch with my best friends, trying to create more content because at the end of the day, you can get lost in the sauce trying to make all the little content all the time. Mm-hmm. But you got to really make, like, if you're a creator, like a lot of people want to make movies or in-depth things.
Have
you
you
know
thought
what I'm
about
saying?
like?
So we've been working on some other stuff.
Have you thought about like hiring a VA, like affordable, you know what I mean, option where you can just say, "Here's my hour and a half video."
I'm gonna take these off. Shit.
And then clip it. You know, you make the clips.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. I think that's beneficial once you set your own, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Once you set your own image and have your image, it's easier to hire someone to replicate that. Mm-hmm. But when you're in the process of, like, being yourself and really trying to figure out, okay, like, there's all these avenues. Yeah. I'm good at, these all come naturally. I had somebody try to, even for example, like I had someone try to put together a bunch of reels and stuff like that, but it's like there's a disconnect in the people who are doing the work and the people who are doing the work. Like, so people editing versus people actually making the content, there's a slight disconnect. So
there is. You're 100% right because, like, the guys are going to just send you, here's 10 clips.
Here's 10 clips of what I think hits, but it's like,
that's not even the one that I wanted.
Correct.
And are they really going to watch an hour and 15 clip? They're going to get paid for 3 hours. I don't think they're going to do it.
And if they don't know how you think based on...
And your artistic view and your direction, it can be for sure challenging. That's the hard part about it all. But
I think every creator hates editing.
Yeah.
I think that's firm to say. I think every creator, like, not hates editing, but there's a part of the editing process where we just, like, it's just, you got to hire someone to do it or you got to learn how to do it yourself, and it's just a lot. So
who'd you record with this week or last week?
I was at my homie's Proxy studio. We were over here in Ontario, so we went over there. I was over there 2 different times. We got some music done. I didn't end up going snowboarding like we were going to, like we were talking about.
Is that the guy that called you?
Was it Proxy?
And you were here last time, and he was like, "Hey, let's go to the studio."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he hit me up. We try to stay active in the studio. He's one of the most, and shout out to Proxy. He's one of the most, what would I say, tenacious artists I know. Like, he'll record forever.
Wow,
like forever, ever. So it's like he got endurance. He got a crazy, creative mind. So it's fun to work with him for sure. So I enjoy getting over there.
Who do you do your Whatnot with?
A Money Fool. That is my A Money Fool. Hey,
is that his name?
Yeah. So no, his name is Austin. I'm not gonna drop his government, but that's my boy Austin. So we've known each other since. So we went to the same elementary school together.
Oh wow!
But like we didn't get to be like friends till like 3rd, 4th grade. But we've been best friends for like a minute, and he's more like a brother. Like, you got like best friends, and you got like brothers.
Yeah.
Like he's more of a brother. Like he's not gonna keep me from. Brothers don't stop you from doing bad. Brothers support you in all your decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like your best friend stops you from doing bad.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he's more of my brother. Like we used to get into crazy shit together, and we're willing to be daredevils together. But yeah, man, we grew up since 4th grade. We do the Whatnot. We literally just dropped like another 6, 7 bands on fucking more.
I seen you do that Pikachu drop.
Yeah, so that was actually, so for our game, we were doing a random wheel spin, and one of the slots that you could win was a Surging Sparks 2-pack booster bundle. And the customer gets to pick rip or ship. Like if they want us to rip it on camera, we can
Oh,
rip it for them.
no.
If they want us to ship it for them, then we just ship it to them. So
So
a
you
lot
actually rip cards?
not rip the cards like that. I'm talking
Oh.
rip the pack. So
Open it,
So
open it.
yeah, it's
I don't
called
know the
rip. Yeah,
terms.
he don't know. So it's
I don't
called
know
rip
the
or
terms.
ship. So like you can rip
Okay,
it. I
okay.
could bust the packs open so you can see what you get on camera, or you could wait till you get them in the mail, right?
Mm.
So like half the streaming, like if you're entertaining, people want to see you rip the packs and this, that, and the
Yeah.
third. So a lot of our customers and our followers and our fan base, they want us to rip the packs, you know, because
Yeah.
it's plus I got them hot hands sometimes, bro. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be pulling heat, but that Pikachu we pull for actually one of our top customers. So shout out Pasta. Yeah, his username the Almighty Pasta.
Almighty pasta.
Penne.
You got that
Um,
Pikachu. That's a good card.
yeah, that's a fire card.
That's like-
It's like a $600, $500 raw card, like by itself.
What do you think about that dude? What's his name? That YouTuber that he had one.
Oh, the Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan
whatever
Paul.
his brother.
How much did he say that thing was worth?
Nonsense.
It's like
Nonsense.
2 million or something.
Yeah, so like
That's crazy. I could never.
At the end of the day, like you got to remember, like these young kids and the next generation, every generation's like this. It's like you got to be different to be dope, right? You got to do what you love to the fullest to be dope. And I think like with the resurgence of Pokemon, it was just a perfect storm. And then on top of that, they know how to control media, they know how to control marketing, they know how to make content. So it's like
Guy's doing good.
it was a perfect storm. I couldn't even tell you at this point. It could be real. It could be fake. It could be everything doctored.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The point is
They got the views.
they got the sauce. So it's like it's too much to understand. I think it's kind of dumb, like what they're doing to Pokemon, because of this, it's making it blown out of proportion. But like it is what it is. I'm not hating. It's cool.
And then he fought Mayweather and his other brother. I don't know his name, but he's over here trying to actually be a boxer.
Yeah, and I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, keep doing your thing. Just stop scamming people and fucking the crypto market up, bro. You're making it look bad. Like, straight up. Like, you
Hey,
know?
did you hear about that Hawk Tua girl?
Yeah, she fucked the crypto market up too. That's what I'm
She's,
saying. Like,
like,
I'm an
in
actual
big
crypto.
trouble.
I'm a big crypto enthusiast. I really believe in crypto as long as there's some form or function to the creation and to the token and everything like that.
Where there's those meme coins that
Meme coins are
it's
part.
just-
I can't
it's
even
just
say
a
that.
trend.
Meme coins are dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even.
It's just a trend.
Yeah,
Trend
like
piece.
there's it's a messed up thing. Like it's.
I guess she got like a bunch of people to invest into her Hawk Tua coin, and then like 3-4 days later she dumped it.
Yeah,
all of her
yeah.
investors were like, "What happened to our money?"
Bro, she came out with a Hawk Tua Pokemon card.
No way.
Yeah, bro, it's
That's
like a
crazy.
Hawk Tua, and it's her, and it's like her. It's ridiculous, bro.
That's crazy.
And people were paying $150 for the card.
What's like you were talking about some new thing that's coming in that space?
Oh, oh my God, what are they called?
Fubies or
No.
boobies? I didn't mean to say that.
Hold on. Fuck, I'm about to Labubus.
What is that?
Man, fuck Labubu. I don't own any of them. I just know that they're the next thing. They're like the next hype. Oh shit, they're like the next hype thing for like girls in their bags. You just clip them onto your shit.
Is it like those?
It's like the Beanie Babies, but like the next generation.
What is that thing? One of my cousins really likes it. Dang it! And he has like his whole bed full of them.
That sounds dicey.
It's like it's a thing. Girls like it. Like
Oh,
like it's like a thing. Like
what is it?
What is that thing?
What is the thing?
Remember we went
I
to
wanna know.
that?
What is this thing?
Hello Kitty.
Oh, Hello Kitty. Yeah.
Is that like a Hello Kitty?
Okay, but your cousin,
My cousin.
is dude cousin,
Dude, he
has a lot
loves
of Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty stuff.
Okay,
I
ain't
know,
nothing
I
wrong with
know,
that.
No, there's kind of was. I was like, what?
It's a little bit sus because there are a few other Hello Kitty characters that he could be fucking with because they're like not as finesse. But
So we'll just say who it is.
no,
I'm not gonna say it.
Labubu. I don't even know this. Oh, Labubu. So it's like.
I'm not gonna say his name. What?
So okay, so the pop toys, right? You know the pop
Yeah,
toys?
yeah.
Imagine a furry pop toy that looked like a look at
Let me
this.
see it.
Look at it's like a furry pop toy with a keychain. They're called Labubus.
The Boo Boo.
But it's literally the next I mean,
It looks crazy.
it's just
it's just the next thing.
I'm just trying to put y'all on. I don't really agree with it. There's this
the next
Disney collab. I don't know, man. It's too much, but nonetheless, you got to stay ahead of the curve, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to have bean babies. One of my mom's clients
Mm-hmm.
got me a bunch of bean babies.
What'd you do with them?
I threw them away. And then she even got me like baseball series of
Yeah, they're probably
bean
worth a lot
babies.
of money right now.
I just one day just tossed them in the trash.
Did you throw away your Pokemon cards too?
I never got into Pokemon.
Do you know anybody that got it? Hey, if you have Pokemon cards, DM me. I'm buying.
Where can they find you at?
Oh yeah, official Sims on Instagram, Culture Syndicate on Instagram, official Family on Instagram, official Sims on Instagram. It's all there. You'll find me. You'll find me.
I never got into Pokemon. The craziest thing I got into was Pogs,
Wow.
and I was good.
Wow. Well, how did you even play Pogs? Break the rules down to me,
So-
because I only collected, bro. Like, I don't even remember playing Pogs.
you
I
have
just
slammers.
remember.
You have slammers.
Yeah.
Slammers were the ones that you would like. I don't know how, but you would have an opportunity to use your slammer.
So you don't even know how to play?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
I was like 7th grade. No,
Fair,
sorry,
fair.
7 years old when I played.
Okay.
But I don't really remember. But something about you have to put a pog in. They got to put a pog in. Then somebody gets a chance to get the slammer, and then you get a slammer and you knock it. You get 3 or 4. The next guy slams does a nip, and boom, the whole thing flips. You get them all. Like, I don't remember the details of it, but I played.
I used to have Pogs. I do remember.
Bad Boys. Remember him, the Bad Boy slammer?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it was like some spiky hair looking dude. Looked like a
Bruh.
G.I. Joe.
You know you can grade
But he was
Pogs.
bad.
You can get them graded.
I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like with what's it called? Hold on, let me fix my hat. Yeah, you can get them graded with CGC, PSA, things like that. I gotta get my hair retwisted too on the 27th. Shout out Anna Lee, she does the hair. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, Pogs were dope. I did Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Pogs, sports cards, Nike
I have a
SBs,
bunch of cards, but they're just in the garage. Just
Hot
chilling.
Wheels. Wait, what kind of cards? Sports cards?
Yeah, baseball.
Bruh, that's where the money's at.
Yeah, but
If you got some rare shit and it's in good condition.
I don't know. What about marbles? Did you ever play marbles?
Yeah, bro. I
we should
love.
bring it back.
Bro,
We
I'm
like,
gonna be honest with
record
you.
and do a video.
Let's do it. Like we could. You know what? They got marble kits now where you could remember. Mousetrap. Remember the game Mousetrap?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there was a marble in the game, and
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
dropped the trap. We should bring back like marble kits where you could like make some cool little like roller coaster, but with a marble.
I'm trying to play for keeps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. All I know is marbles are dope. I'm trying to get some like 24 karat gold marbles or something
What
like
the
that.
world?
Yeah, just like expensive marbles. Why
Those are
not?
Steelies.
Yeah.
Remember Steelies?
Mm-hmm.
Those are like bearings.
Bro. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are coming back. I think yeah, one thing I couldn't realize, I could not believe Polaroid, like that whole
It's
thing.
coming back.
Yeah,
Well, it's back already.
It's
been
already back. Like the printing, the instant print is dope. I fuck with the instant print though. That shit's hard. Where you could like take a picture and print it instantly.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the
That shit's
Polaroid
dope
thing.
as shit.
They have
Yeah.
cool ones where it's like you could take the picture, you could see it on the screen, and if you like it, you could print it. So they have
Okay.
digital Polaroid ones.
That shit all lit up now.
So
It's crazy. So, yeah, I can't keep up with all that stuff. But yeah, on Whatnot, we've been doing that. Follow us on Whatnot, Culture Syndicate, official family. We stream like once or twice a week. And I just got a new distribution plug too. So we've been getting like all the new sets. I just picked up like 12 more boxes of Heatwave Arena that dropped. That's the most recent set. And then we got a couple more cases coming. So it's just a never-ending hustle. You know how it is, bro.
you sound real busy, man.
I feel like if I'm not busy, I'm
how do you-
depressed.
How do you juggle like Whatnot, studio time? Now I got you here pretty much weekly.
hmm
You know, and then I don't know. You got a girl.
I think
You
there's
got
just
family.
20.
You got. So
Yeah,
like,
no,
how
I
do you juggle it?
appreciate it. There's 20. I mean, I feel like when you're having fun, it just goes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you know, like, if you have a plan and I feel much better doing what I'm supposed to be doing than wondering what I'm supposed to do. You know? So it
Yeah.
feels much better being in motion.
Yeah.
You know,
You
like.
feel like you're on a roll right now. Like you're actually gaining some momentum right now.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I remember last year it's kind of like you were stuck.
I was like a little stagnant, you know, the circumstances and losing my son and getting trapped by a girl and it's just like, you know, relationships can really look at all the most successful men in the world. and just analyze their relationships.
Let's see. Break one down. Break one down.
I don't know. Everybody talks shit about what's his name, Steve Jobs.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, about he was this that, but it's like he look. I don't know. It's just how you want to view it, right? It's
What do you
like
think about Tom Brady and his thing?
I think Tom Brady has an interesting position in this world,
Him and
bro.
his girl broke up,
Yeah, but
and she already has like a baby on the way. I think with another.
that's
dude.
how women are. Women, at least in my experience, like women already got a backup plan because it's like they're always like, oh, well, I could be, or I should be, or
Yeah.
I could get. I don't know. It's a really slippery slope, like
Yeah.
relationships and stuff. But that's what I mean. It really fucks up a mental. Like if you're focused, it's very. It's impossible to think about somebody else if you're trying to think about yourself. And I don't mean that like, oh, you can't think about your family or your kids.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about goal-oriented thinking about. Like, you can't make someone else's career before your
Yeah.
own career is made. Or, like, you can't,
Yeah. I think that's like what, like even with kids, like, you know, most kids when they're 18, 19, they kind of, they go do their thing.
Yeah.
College, work. They get their first car, boom, they're more invested in their work now.
Mm-hmm.
They get, you know, have a kid, they got a girlfriend, they want to go out to dinners, they want to stay up to date with like keeping up with the Joneses, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a nice car. Oh, we have a nice apartment.
Yo, we go on family
going
trips.
on
So we
trips.
got these babies.
We have nice
got
dinners, too.
Yeah.
My kids got the Nikes too. You know what I mean? Like we're right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you kind of just lost the real focus because you're putting so much time and energy into the new focus, which is
Correct, and there's nothing wrong with that. You
Right.
know, it's just realizing where you're at and being. You know, some people are so unhappy because they've chosen lives that, whatever. Like one of my good buddies is married, happily married, but I would say gets into more like turmoil than desired. You know what I mean? Like he gets into like a little more stuff. Is like blah 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 blah, and it's just like. Being that, mind you, my first marriage wasn't successful. There was plenty of things that I could have done better in my
How old
first
were you when you
ma-
got married?
I was 25.
Okay, so not like
25,
not like
26?
18, 19.
No. But
You already
it,
out of college?
yeah, so like, all right, we could touch on my first marriage. So basically,
Ooh, here we go.
bro,
Can we make some popcorn real quick?
all right, y'all got to get ready for this shit because this shit fucked my life up.
Oh,
Like,
dang.
I was literally, man. Okay, so I graduated college. My last year of college, there was a girl in one of my classes,
A girl in one of your classes. Don't
Inter-
tell me that was her.
international business class.
Okay,
She
okay.
walked in the class. She was last
Yeah,
seat.
yeah.
There was one seat left in the class, and I looked at her, and she came, sat down, and I literally, the moment within 5 minutes of her speaking, because she had an accent, she was from another country.
was her?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
where's
was
she
like,
from?
she was from New Zealand, but she was Romanian.
Okay.
So, like,
was she like
studying abroad.
Okay.
For 6 months, right?
Okay.
So she came to study abroad. We met in international business class,
I wanted to take that class. Actually, that was supposed to be my major, but I didn't do it.
right? And at that time, I had been in 2 relationships prior. So like I was in a high school relationship,
Yeah.
you know, from the age of like 15 to 17 and a half, you know,
Yeah.
first love, first high school sweetheart, da 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 da. Then I went to college.
Yeah.
Then I got with somebody else, and that relationship was a learning curve because of how much, like, it just wasn't gonna work. That was something that should never happen, but luckily, you know, by God's grace, things worked out for both of us. She has a family. You know, she actually reached out to me, and shout out to her. I'm not gonna put her name out, but shout out to her because like she fucked me up too, because I think like a lot of times with me, like I love hard, bro. Like I
Yeah.
love really hard, and I only know how to put a woman first because that's
Yeah.
how I was raised. But yeah, so she hit me up like 3 years, 4 years after we broke up, and
Yeah.
like apologized for a bunch of stuff that she didn't understand at the time.
Mm.
But
What
That
kind
was-
of stuff she apologizing for?
I'm a fixer. I'm not like a runner. So like if there's a problem in the relationship,
Yeah.
like let's fix this shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't. It bothers me too much to not be happy.
You're a track star.
You know what I'm saying? So but she was a runner,
Okay.
right? So she didn't want to talk about shit. She just want to start shit
That's
and
like
run.
me.
Not me. I'm like, sit your ass down. Like, we need to talk. Like, this shit is not okay, right? But it just got to the point where I wasn't able to communicate. And I was settling. I was just sacrificing too much. It just wasn't going to work. So, mind you, that was like at the beginning of college. It like fizzled out like sophomore year to like junior senior year. That fizzled
She went to
out.
school with you?
Yeah, she went to school
Oh,
at
okay.
ASU. But like I said, no hard feelings. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
haven't talked to her in years, but she's best friends with one of my old roommates. So like she's still within arm's reach. So if you see this, I hope you're doing well for real. But after that, it was a weird ending because we broke up, but since we weren't talking to anybody else, it was like this like unwritten, oh, we're supposed to still be working on each other type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And that's not where my mental was, but that's where her mental was. So I'm going into my senior year like, all right, all the baggage is gone. Da 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 da. There's a new girl coming to my class. I see her, and literally, my one of my good friends, shout out Derek. We had a store at the time, and then I was working with him, and I even told him, I'll never forget this. We used to work from the crib because we had like an online store and then like a streetwear shop.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget this, bro. I came in, I went to her, I was like, bro, there's this girl that came into my class. I'm gonna get her. It's like, I'm gonna get her.
Yeah.
Period. So long story short, that 6 months turned into 4 years. So she was
shoot.
studying abroad. Then she stayed an extra 6 months for me.
Yeah.
Then she watched me graduate from school, and the
Okay.
agreement was if she watched me graduate, I'm gonna fly and watch you graduate.
Okay.
So I flew out to New Zealand.
No way.
Yeah, this is the story. So like
And
we,
you guys are still dating?
yeah. Like we
Okay.
were like
Or you guys were like serious?
we were serious. Like we,
Okay.
but the thing is, the problem was,
How
and this
was
is
that though? Long distance relationship?
no. I moved there, bro. Like I moved there.
Oh,
Like I
dang.
lived there for 5, 6, 7 months.
That's
with
kind
her.
of cool though.
Yeah, it was a great experience. But the thing was, it's just like looking back at it, I was just too young. Like even it could have worked. It could have worked, but I wasn't disciplined enough, and I didn't know myself enough. Like there's so many things I still wanted to experience, and there's so many things that like wouldn't have fit in her plans, right? Like
Yeah.
because once you get long story, well, no, it's not even a long story short. It's gonna be a long story long, but fucking after going back and forth, getting a visa in America is really hard. So essentially, like we had to get married for her to stay here. So we had a small little wedding, just like
So is that the one that you
yeah,
married?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
so like I've only had like 1, 2, 3.
That's the one that took your dog?
Yeah, this bitch.
Ooh.
Sorry. Just
Okay.
I will
too.
always hate you but love you. Like it's if you see this, B, I fucking hate you, but God, I love you. You're a freaking
YouTube.
nightmare.
Is this made for kids?
Honestly.
No.
No, like, but this is the thing too. Like, I told her years later, I was like, you were the only person I was ever gonna love like this, but you fucked me up. Like you, but I don't
dog.
think we never had closure because it was it blew up. Like it literally blew up. So
Dang.
I don't know how to. It's a lot. Like I don't know how to get it all in a nutshell. But basically, I moved to New Zealand. It wasn't a place for me to like start a business and like be a grinder or an entrepreneur. So we had to move back, and then basically at that time, the only thing that was available was to get married. Like she had to either work and be like a doctor, a spy, fucking
The spy.
anti-terrorist person from another. Like literally, there's specific requirements that invest $1 million into a foreign business. You know what I mean? But we
Yeah.
couldn't qualify for any of these things, and she was done with school. So we ended up getting married. But I never thought in my life that we would have got divorced. I was still trying to plan a big wedding. I was still trying to get us a house and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, it just didn't work out. You know, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like a marriage is a job, a relationship is a job,
Yeah.
and I was just too young to understand the responsibilities required. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I'm trying to be responsible here. There was plenty of things that she fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not pointing the finger because that's not what men do, right? But at the end of the day, like, it really was an eye-opening experience to understand that. You know, like, you know, that whole, yeah, it was.
Did you disappear like when you got married?
You
Not
know
go out
what?
with your friends, not hang out
Yes,
with the guys.
yes,
This, that, and the
yes.
other?
I was guilty of that, and this is the problem. Was my second relationship, I dealt with a person who was extremely, extremely insecure.
Yeah.
The reason they were insecure, and this is all my theory, looking back,
Yeah.
trying to look at things from a neutral perspective. She was always in love with another person. So it's like, of course you're going to be insecure because you're fearing that I might be feeling something that you feel, right?
Yep.
So that's where because what happened was once we broke up, she had kids with that dude.
No way.
Yeah. So it's like, I knew from the jump that there's somebody else that has her heart.
Yeah.
And I never fought to change that. It was just, we were just together because it was convenient, which was wrong. That's not, I should have ended it but I didn't know how to do it. And the dude she loved was with some other girls and da 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 da. So I could have been a placeholder for convenience, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after her, she left. And that gave me a little bit of insecurity. Because that was confirmation of what I knew. We were together for 3 years, and she just wanted to be with someone else all the time. Like,
Yeah.
had kids within a month of us breaking up.
Dang.
Like, pregnant within a month.
Yeah.
4 kids together now.
Oh,
Same dude.
And they're still together.
No, he's still acting like a dude. You know what I mean? Doing her whatever. So it's like, but carrying that second relationship trauma.
It seems like she's still mad in love with him, and he's just out running it around.
That's exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
That's exactly what was happening. But then once we broke up, she ran back to him and then had babies with him.
Try to lock him down.
Whatever, that's cool. We move on, right? So like right then and there, I'm like, oh, you can't really trust what a girl's feeling. Like that's, I'm having I'm having PTSD from this, right?
Yeah.
So now I meet this new girl. She international. She this. In my head, it's like you got to do everything you can to keep this woman, right? And then on top of that, she's foreign, so it's like her ways of thinking are completely different.
Yeah.
So it made me insecure because you got to understand, in Europe, they're much more friendly. Like
Yeah.
other places of the world, they're much more secure in certain things. So it's like, we're used to like, if you dance with my girl at the club, I'm about to kill you.
Yeah.
But she's used to when I go to the club and dance, my boyfriend's dancing with other girls, I'm dancing with. Just a fun time.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It was a culture shock, bro. It was a lot for me to understand, and that's part of what I was saying. Like, I just wasn't built for it. You know what I mean? At that time.
So that foreign thing was just too much for you at that time.
Not just the foreign thing, but she was the only child. So the way that she was raised was completely different than how I was raised. Mind you, I'm half black, half Chinese. She was from Romania. There's no black people in Romania. There's no Chinese people in Romania. So it's like the amount of cultural differences that we went so big. And she was a very strong-willed person. So a lot of times we bumped heads because we saw things differently. But since I loved her and put her on this pedestal in my head, I never spoke and put my foot down how I was supposed to. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to lose her.
Right.
Mind you, this is someone who still talks to their ex. Not like that, but she's from a different culture. They're friends with, like, it's just different, bro. It was just weird, bro.
Maybe we're the weird ones.
So the whole thing was just a growing curve, bro. Like, literally, and but this is when it got real fucked up. She hooked up with a dude that there was a couple months where we were chilling, and she was like, oh, I have some friends. Mind you, I knew the people, too. Like, I knew 2 of the 3 people coming to visit from New Zealand.
Okay.
And she was like, she mostly had guy friends, which is already a red flag, right?
Yeah.
But me having mostly girlfriends, I had to, like, accept this. Like, I can't be a hypocrite.
Wait,
so
you have mostly girlfriends?
Female friends.
You do?
Yes. At the time, I had
a red
mostly,
flag.
right? So I can't sit here and be like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, so she has these 3 dudes. Shout out to 2 of them. I still fucks with the other 2. You know what I mean? But the third one that came, I was like, who is this motherfucker? And they stayed in my house, bro. Like, she lived with me.
That's crazy.
And then she invited these 3 over.
3 guys.
3 dudes. But I was cool with 2 of them because I had met them in the past when I was in New Zealand.
So it's about to be 5 guys right now. Well, 4 guys and a girl.
Not even like that. Not even like that. We were they just wanted to come see the culture. They were into streetwear.
Yeah.
I had a streetwear store, so it was like the perfect storm for homies. But then I was so naive to like.
Was one of them the guy?
Yeah, one of them was. That's fucked up, right? This dude this nigga stayed in my house, bro. And the
That's
worst part is I
messed
messaged him on Facebook. I said, look, if you're a real man, you're going to message me back right now because at the end of the day, you stayed in my fucking house and I opened my door for you. So as a man, you're a dick. Like
Yeah.
you're a piece of shit. He like, you know what I'm saying? So if I ever saw him just based on principle, I'd kill him. But that's just based on principle.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? I'll whip his ass. For real, for real. Like he deserves the worst on the planet. But it's only because
He betrayed you.
not even that. It's because like I tried to it wasn't like how would I explain it? Like when I got married, because I didn't find this out till after, right? So this is like that happened, other things happened, and then
Yeah.
then she goes on another trip to New Zealand. I read her Snapchat, and this dude's like when she comes back in town, and I found out that they've been talking for a while,
Yeah.
like on and off.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm not there, he's there. Whatever the case is,
Maybe
right?
it's a dude that she was attracted to, but not right now because I'm in a relationship.
Whatever it is. But the worst part of it all is that she filed for divorce like 5 days after a year. So I think she did it for a green card.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot more to it. I probably like jumped around in the story a lot, but like, yeah, bro, it was a nightmare. That whole situation really taught me a lot because I put a lot of shit to the side. You know, my dreams, my aspirations. I put this person first, and even when you put someone first, like you can't. You know what I mean?
That's why I always think like what business do you have jumping into a relationship at 16, 17, 18, 19? You know what I mean? Like those are you're still
Your
a kid.
prime years, man.
You're still a kid. You haven't even built yourself. Why are you gonna jump into a
It's
relationship? And but you know what? That's older us talking to younger us.
yeah.
And then when if we think back when we were that age, I'm sure you did. You had a girlfriend, serious one for 2-3 years. I had a girlfriend that was kind of slightly serious for a year and a half or so, and then after that was with the kid's mother. My kid's mother, and that was all between 17 and 25.
It's like there's so much,
and it's
bro.
like, why do we as young adults, kids, think that we need to be in a relationship? You know what I mean?
It's traumatizing. It's really traumatizing too because like, and I think I was trying to say this earlier. Like the second relationship fucked me up for the third relationship because it made me more like clingy and made me
How much time was in between the breakup?
not enough.
Yeah, that's important.
Not
man.
enough. Not
Because
enough.
if
And
you
what
just go from one to the next,
we broke up, but the problem was once again she thought we were still talking. I'm over here trying to create space. I found somebody else. She's delusionally thinking we're still trying to fix it, but I'm like, you love somebody else. Like we don't. There's nothing for us to work on, right?
yeah.
But what really messed it up was not knowing myself. Like I think at the end of the day, everybody loves the thought of a relationship, right? It sounds beautiful, it sounds great, but the only reason you'd really want a relationship over okay, I'm not gonna say only because some people have dreams and aspirations of having families and like I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like in your 20s or 30s, it's if you don't love yourself enough. That's the only reason like you'd be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized is like, okay, I have trauma from my family, like growing up, right? Like my mom and dad, I saw how their relationship worked. I saw how, my father felt a certain way, my mother felt a certain way, and I was like part of it. You know what I mean? So seeing how that has affected me and then growing through and you act a certain way because you think you're supposed to, and then it just eventually gets
Like
to a
you're
point.
programmed.
Yeah, and then eventually it gets to a point where it either works or doesn't. And if it works, you don't know any different. You just keep going. But if it doesn't, then you have a switch in your life, and you're like, "Fuck!" Like, okay, I don't want to be like that, or this is this, and
Yeah.
so yeah. I mean, I never thought I'd get divorced. I thought I was gonna die with this person. Wrong, right, ups, downs.
I mean, that's a good perspective to have.
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
but then to touch on like I guess how it fizzled out, I guess is like that assumption of us being together forever doesn't mean we will. There's work that's required behind that,
Oh yeah, 100%.
and I didn't understand that. You know what I mean?
I have a friend that he just like broke up with the chick a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like with the new chick now, and I'm like, cool, how's it going? He's like, great. Yeah, that's good. And I'm like, you still like going out, or are you kind of not going out, or what's going on?
Yeah.
He's like, no, not really going out, I'm not doing much, and because he's happy with what he has. And I'm like, dang, like I'm not like that. Like I'm more like I need time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this is the right person because I've
PTSD.
seen
You got.
this, I've seen
You
that.
seen this, and the
It
third.
reminds me of this, reminds me of that. Oh, I've been down this road. Nope,
Mm-hmm.
that's not gonna work. But for him and for other people too, it's like they're kind of fast.
I think it's natural to be fast when you don't know yourself.
Mm.
Like if you love yourself and you appreciate and respect yourself, you will always want self time. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem is once you're in a relationship long enough, you realize that. And then when you want your self time, the partner has a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
something that you should never eliminate. It's just the problem is we get so infatuated.
Yeah.
My Uncle Frank told me one thing, and I live by this rule because I didn't live by it before and I fucked up. Never
Yeah.
fall in love with your lust.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
that simple.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not gonna work. You know what I mean? Like if something that you lust after and all you want is just like that's all I don't do it to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. And
Yeah,
that's what I
that's a good
did. You know what I
point.
mean?
That's a
Because
good
that
point.
girl walked into my class and I was like, her.
Her.
But it's because I've been through so much other shit with this other and this and mind you too, like when you're freshly single, you just want to see if you could pull a girl. You don't even give. It's not even. You don't even want a relationship. You just want to
Right.
see if you still
You still got it.
still got it. Like you just want to see if you can communicate with a girl. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew I could obviously, but like it's just there's so many.
It's tough out there though. Actually,
It does get tough, and the thing is, me not knowing how I was from that to that,
And you
like
get insecure of yourself and
But-
your ability.
but I'm naturally not an insecure person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm naturally a very secure person. I'm naturally a very outgoing person. I'm naturally a very happy person.
Mm-hmm.
But these other things made me naturally second guess things. I'm naturally
Obviously.
insecure. Naturally this. It's like, dude, I don't even care. Like, like just because you don't want me talking to somebody or people only know what they know. So it's like you what is it?
Reciprocate.
You reciprocate what you know, and it's just like it was just going through all of that, man. I'm just glad to like have made it out because I know a lot of people don't make it out. I've seen plenty of. I'm not gonna say guys love harder than girls, but I think there's a statistic on it. I think men actually struggle more with divorce than a woman.
Yeah.
Like statistics, I think, and somebody should look it up, put it in the comments. But yeah, like men, there's a higher suicide rate for men after divorce. There's a higher like relapse for drugs. There's a higher unemployment rate for men, like depression. So something about the marriage.
What do you think about
You know what I'm
this?
saying?
Girls
Mm-hmm.
are content in their relationship, always looking for what's better.
What do you mean?
Like, girls are happy where they're at,
Okay.
but they'll always be like entertaining, like, oh, somebody slid in the DM, and they, instead of being like, don't message me again, I'm happily married, please respectfully don't message me again, versus like, oh, yeah, that's so funny, haha, thank you so much, cutie, or thank you so much, period. And then eventually that becomes, like you said, that 1 year, 2 year Snapchat conversation that eventually becomes something.
And this is the most real thing about like this is the hardest part about being like mature or like understanding and fair. What's the difference between us flirting with girls and girls entertaining that? There really isn't a difference. It just matters about how secure you are and what you're gonna do with that information, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because I agree with you fully, right? Because girl, like, perfect example. Like, I don't think I think if a guy like spits at a girl in DM, like hits them up on the DMs, a girl is much more likely to just ignore the message and move on with their life rather
Yeah.
than be like, hey, don't reach out to me.
Yeah.
I'm taken and I'm happy.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that goes for guys. If a girl's like, oh my God, da 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 da. So there's nothing wrong with it as long as we're on the same understanding. But it just takes 35 plus years to get there.
Yeah.
You can't get that in 20. Like at 25, there's nobody I know that's okay with open relationships,
Yeah.
not giving a fuck about what they girl doing or not give like it doesn't exist. It just
Right.
doesn't. It doesn't.
I have some friends from previous like workplace,
Mm-hmm.
and we became kind of close friends. And they tell me some of these crazy stories of like, I was married, and so and so guy and so and so guy and so and so guy. They always message me. I'm like, so what do you tell them? Oh, nothing. I just, tell him, oh, thank you, oh, thank you, oh, thank you. And guess what?
That's the issue.
She's been with like two of them since. And yeah, she's no longer with that guy.
Of course.
But two of those three guys she's been with, and it was nothing, and then it was something, and then boom, now she's in a tough place,
And
now she's crying every night. Now she needs a shoulder to lean on, and boom, there they are. You just got to put out one picture of you, like as a girl, like single, a little bit of boob cleavage out. You're at a club and you're like out here with my girls. Where the guys at? And then boom, here they all come.
and let's just be real. Girls have one purpose on social media: to get attention. That's it. Unless they own a business. If they own a business and operate a business religiously, like a business, then of course they're on social media.
You go on social media and check out a girl's page. All she does is walk, and she just shows her butt. She's got 30 million followers.
Correct. So what is it? And then okay. Think about the avenues of success that women exploit, right?
Yeah.
So like guys, we talk about all sorts of stuff. We're like, oh, you can make money doing this. Hey, you can hustle this. Hey, you can flip it. Women literally, what do they talk about? Oh, you can make money selling feet pics. Like that's not gonna get us farther as a. And obviously, I don't know what all women talk about, but it's like the conversations that I've heard are definitely less like fucking less educated.
Yeah.
Like they're very simplistic and very needy now. Like I want it now. I have one of my brothers, bro, one of my close friends, just broke up with this girl because she was entertaining other conversations. And it's like, if you started with me at the beginning of the grind and the hustle, right?
Yeah.
And now money's tight, you should turn your grind and your hustle up with me and understand why I'm acting the way I'm acting. Why are you turning elsewhere to make it easier? Because you don't want to work, or because you don't want to get it like I want to get it. You upset that I'm trying to get it and you don't want to put in the same effort, but you think it's okay to entertain. Like, nah. So he kicked the bitch out. This is like 3 weeks ago. This was my and I applaud him for it, because for months and months he had been going through like the same, like, she was just there, and like he was trying to grind. We literally started doing stock trading every morning at 6 a.m. And then like she would like get upset, like, why are you waking up so, like, I ain't got time for that shit, like we trying to get this money. And then she stopped working, so then basically she was just there, and then like nagging him, and he's like, and then she crashed her car, and then he had to fix her car, and he's like, I'm just done with the shit, like the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is dumb, this is stupid, like and like I said, I applaud him, because if you stay in it too long, it only becomes harder.
Yeah. No, relationships are tough, man, because you figure you got one person, like for you, for example, from this side of the world, another one from this side of the world. But for most part, everyone's in the same bubble. Like, we're going to meet somebody that's in San Bernardino, Riverside, LA County. Yeah. That's it. And what is that, 100-mile radius? So, like, we got pretty much the same culture for the most part. But we come from completely different upbringings. This person could have seen horrible, mom got beat every
experiences
weekend. This one was, mom and dad are dead. So it's like, and you mesh them together. They don't mesh perfectly. No. So you got your issues, and it's like, how do you deal with your issues?
You got to mesh.
Do you even know how to deal with your own issues?
Yeah. How about you? That's the thing.
You don't. You do. Okay. Well, this thing ain't gonna work.
Exactly. And it's like, how many? The problem is too, like, people fear and run from like the experiences and shit, and it's just like, honestly, when crazy shit happens to me, I like in my head, like when bad stuff or like crazy, I've been through so much ridiculous shit that the first thing that comes in my head, I promise you on God, is like, oh, I'm about to lace my kicks up. Like, what the fuck could it be this time? And it didn't used to be like that. Like, it used to be like fear and anxiety, like, oh, okay. But like now, when crazy shit happens, I'm like, oh, let's fucking see what the fuck is about to happen, because it can't be worse than my kid dying. It can't be worse than a bitch taking my dog, dropping, like, blackmailing me to my family, and divorcing me for a green card. It can't be worse than losing my house for a bitch trying to trap me. Like, it can't be worse than any of that shit. You know what I mean? It can't be worse than my dad dying. It can't be worse than none of that. So, like, it's really just like, all right, like, let's go, because the next thing too is when you have that mentality, all the other shit falls in line. The moment that mentality shakes is when everybody else starts to leech at you and try to change your point of view. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're strong-willed and you... Yeah. It's like, I don't care what the fuck you say. I'm not putting it up with it. So it's like there's no compromise that needs to happen. Yeah. And like, it's... relationship, and that's where I'm at with my current relationship too. It's like she knows. It's like, and that's why I fucks with her. Like it's one of those things where when the shit's bigger than the cat, get rid of the cat.
Yeah.
You don't buy a bigger litter box. The fuck you buy more litter? Just get rid of the cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's that simple. So, you know, it's been a uphill battle, I would say, because of relationships, and that's why my advice to people, like, if you're not, just figure out what it takes to learn yourself, because it sucks, because relationships do help you learn yourself. That's the worst part about it all, is like the relationships you choose typically help you learn how you are, and
I think you're right, because everyone is in a relationship, but at the end of the day, I think if you're not in a relationship, you're gonna learn it through experiences. Work,
or
your
lack
job,
of
you
relationships, or
got
trying to
fired.
build relationships with
You know what I
people.
mean? So
Yeah.
you'll figure yourself out one way or another. But if you're in a relationship, you'll probably figure it out that way.
You'll figure it out sooner, but what
Working
you
up
do in
the
it.
corporate ladder, you'll probably figure it out that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But no, relationships are super tough, man. Because it's just like there's even a what is not a podcast. It's a Sirius XM. It's this doctor. She like talks about like all day, and people call like all day, and they'll be like, "This is my situation."
Damn.
And she's like, the first thing she's like,
just be talking about that shit.
"How long were you married for?" And she's like, 9 years. Okay, are you in a relationship? Yeah. What was the gap? 6 months. Too short. Should have had 4 months for every year.
Yeah.
So that's what's 9 times 36 months.
She got it all down to a T, huh?
Yeah, and then she's like, "You only took 6-9 months before you got into this another relationship?" Yes. And how many kids does he have? Oh, one. How old is the kid? 4. Shouldn't have got with them before he's 18. It's like there's all these things like she knows the stats. It's like if you get with somebody that's been married, the chances of another separation is 60%. If they got a kid under 18, it's 85%. And it just dives in more and more. And it's like you listen to that for a month, you're like,
yeah,
I need to stay single.
it's eye opening, but just to play devil's advocate on that, because that's for sure facts. Like,
Yeah.
But she is looking at statistics. I think the bigger question is, how do we look at the problem? Because statistics come after everything's all said and done, right?
Can you ever pinpoint the problem?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think the problem, both like whether it's guys, girls, whatever, we're in 2025, so whatever the fuck you are, right? Accountability. Like, it's been said millions of times by millions of people, by millions of famous, successful. Like, this is not new news. It's just a matter of knowing that, like, what we are and what it is. Like, my friends laugh at me because I tell them this shit all the time. But I just tell them, it's like, we're all pieces of shit, but we try our best.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's that simple. It's like, we're all pieces of shit, but we try our best. No one tries to be a piece of shit, but we just are. Like, we just are. Like, I'll do something and someone's going to feel some type of way, and they're going to think I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But all I want them to know is that I tried my best. Like, I didn't mean to be a piece of shit. I
Right.
tried my best.
Right.
That's what I live by, bro. That's
Yeah.
literally, like, we're all pieces of shit, but we try our best. So I'm very forgiving. Like, it took a while, though, because, like, I was fueled off of hate because of the divorce and everything like that. I mean, I didn't even jump into how I lost 40 bands off of trying to buy a house for her. I planned this whole elaborate trip to try to make up for some of the fucked up pockets in our relationship where maybe I didn't tend to her feelings and emotions enough, or maybe I was being a certain way. And mind you, it's very hard to fix a relationship when you're hurt. It is impossible.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, that's why you need that time.
yeah.
I think wise people can say, "I need to take some time."
But I mean, sometimes the relationship you're in or the marriage you're in will hurt you, and
100%.
it's very, very hard to it's very hard to do your due diligence in that position responsibly while you're hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's cut from the same cloth. It takes, like you said, it takes experience to learn how to know yourself.
Yeah.
I'd go to the lengths of even saying, like, she didn't fully know herself, even though I looked at her and thought she knew, like, like my perception of her was up. I gave her the benefit of the doubt, But at the end of the day, you don't know how much of a bitch you are.
Right.
You don't. I can promise you don't. You never called me and asked me what the fuck I felt after you did what you did. Like, my whole family wants to. You crossed every line in the book for a nigga. Like, every line in the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in the beginning too, like let's say this is day one.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom is gonna be like, she's so nice. You're gonna be like, yeah, she's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But 6 months, a year, you guys had 3, 4 little arguments. You're like, she's not as nice as I thought.
And it sucks because your mom just wants to see you happy, and she thinks you want what you're in, so she gonna support it, and it just fucks everything up.
She's
bro.
gonna be calling her like, hey, honey,
Yeah,
come
like,
over.
it gets
Let's make
convoluted.
some,
It gets
let's make some lunch
convoluted.
for...
It gets convoluted because then you're dealing with relationships
And then
that
she's
are out
at
of your
mom's
control.
house and you ain't even
Yep.
know about it.
Yep, exactly. So it's like,
what are you doing at my mom's house?
but the crazy thing was, everybody I spoke to always told me, like all my close friends, my family, they were like, watch out for her, bro. Like something about her.
But I feel like everybody, like, there's always one person in the background says that.
That's why I ignored it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, as a man, I have to ignore this shit. If I want this,
like, you don't know her.
Exactly. Like, as a man, you got to stand up for what you believe in, right? So it was just a bunch of bullshit. And you know what I learned from that? Never stand up for a bitch. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to stand up for you.
But then you are supposed to. Because
you stand up for your wife. You stand up for the mother of your child.
What does the Bible say about, you know?
I don't disagree with that. I'm
so
just saying,
you're saying, like, never stand up for a chick.
Stand up for a woman, but don't stand up for a bitch.
Okay.
Is that better?
Okay.
Is that better? Stand up for a woman, but don't stand up for a bitch. Just like a woman should stand up for her man, but not an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? Like if their dude is being a dick, an asshole, a complete douchebag, leave that nigga and go.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, go. Like, so it's just, I think, like I just was saying earlier, you just know we're all pieces of shit, but we try. So people just get bothered too much. Yeah. Like, oh, you don't feel this way or you don't react this way. It's like, dude, just let me be me, you be you, and let's just like get it.
What do you think about your girl or the guy talking
Mm-hmm.
about going on the guy's trip? Or
I think there's nothing.
I'm going on a girl's trip.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But if these are girls you've never met or guys you've never met in your life, there's a reason to be wondering. It's not a reason to be bothered, but it's definitely a reason to be like, well, who the fuck are these motherfuckers, right? Like, who's this hoe? Like, imagine if your girl was going out with 3 girls, you know, OnlyFans models, like, you know, you're like, wait, whoa. We've been together for 4 years, and
you the 4th OnlyFans model.
We've been together 4 years. You never introduced me to none of these girls. First of all, these bad bitches. You ain't not one of them. But no, I think like ultimately, there's nothing. It just comes down to knowing yourself. Mm-hmm. Like it just comes down to knowing yourself. Like you could be a flirt and make it a joke as long as you don't cross the line for your partner, right? Like I tell the girl I'm talking, like I'm naturally a goofball. I'm naturally a talkative person, and I engage in conversations because I'm confident in who I am.
That sounds like you're trying to say flirt, but not say flirt.
That's exactly what she says. And this is the thing: is as a business person and as an entrepreneur, right? Your whole lifestyle is based off of networking. Yeah. She did not come from that, right? Yeah. So it's like, don't judge me because I have a talent and a skill that you're not capable of. Yeah. Like, I can't even count how many Instagram messages I've got from bitches that I've talked to, and I've never responded. I don't know where they are. They're probably in an inbox that's never been read. Like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, I just literally go out. I like to have a good time. And at the end of the day, if you or me or whoever on this planet were to die at that moment and I was their last interaction, like, what did they get from that? Was it a good interaction? Was it a bad interaction? That's all I'm focused on. Like, I'm not really worried about all that other stuff.
You couldn't put me or you in a room with 15 guys and 15 girls, and we're not talking to everybody.
Exactly. And so if someone wants to look at it as flirty, that's your problem. Yeah. Like, that's because you aren't capable of communicating. Yeah. Don't get mad at me because I can talk to this person about relationships or cars, whatever.
They think you're trying to bag them because maybe that's what they used to do.
Their insecurities. And they don't understand that, hey,
you could just have a casual conversation with a girl or a guy, and they'd be like, ooh, that was fun, and then walk away.
That's it. It's actually very interesting and I think it's more entertaining to talk to the opposite sex because you can get more information, and it is more entertaining. But it doesn't mean it has to go any farther than that. Yeah. You know?
The problem is that
but then again, like you said, the problem is people just get misinterpretations, this, that, and the third. It's like,
yeah, but like I said, the problem is that let's say there's 100 of you and 100 of me doing the same study, and we're in rooms. there's people that have different issues. Their relationship is on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
They hate their man, but they're just looking for a way out. Boom, boom, boom. And that's where you get cheating, infidelity, and all these different things. And that's where it ruins it for everybody else that's just trying to just chill and have a good time.
You just gave me a motherfucking idea, bro.
What's that?
We need to do an episode. Hey, Mr. Beast, if you're watching this, I have a fucking idea, yo. Mr. Beast. So look, check it out. Imagine you had a scenario where it was like you, a person who was very socially adept, right, and confident. And you put him in a room with 15 random of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And they had 10 minutes to engage in conversation with each of them. Mm-hmm. But we know this person's not flirting or trying to get at any of the. They're literally just convert. Like, so we know what this person's goal is.
Yeah.
These people don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine just seeing the differences. Like, oh, did you think he was flirting with you? Did you think he was flirting with you?
Yeah.
Like, and there's 15. Like, that'd be interesting, bro. Just to see, like, the reaction. Because I think.
Next time you go to Starbucks, just go talk to 15 people.
Just go talk to 15 people and then have your other homie be like, hey, was he flirting with you?
Record from a distance.
Was he flirting with you? Did you think he was
Put the
flirting with you?
mic on, hide it, and then your buddy could just be zooming in and out recording.
Man, yeah, potentially. Yeah, but I mean, that just like we were saying earlier, it just comes with time, bro. Learning how to communicate. There's not one 20-year-old that I know doesn't know how to be not jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a time to be jealous, and there's a time not to be jealous, and there's a time to put it away.
Yeah.
And to be able to control those, you can't do that in your 20s.
You know, they say
at all.
Girls they cheat more than guys. They just don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
And then guys, they cheat, but they get caught.
Yeah. Because we don't cheat emotionally.
Yeah,
Guys don't cheat emotionally. Like, women cheat emotionally. They'll leave. Like, it's. I mean, I've experienced it. It sucks, bro. It's literally the worst thing that you can feel. Like.
Yeah. What was I just gonna say though?
Oh, emotionally, you were saying.
No, like, women
cheat, don't get caught.
Cheat, don't get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Guys cheat, get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Women cheat, they don't get caught because they tell you all the time, like, no, I'm not doing anything. Guys, they get caught and they're like that, like.
Women calculate way too much shit, bro. You got to think about it. Like,
and your silence is like the answer. They're like,
bro, when you wake up in the morning, what is? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you're trying to go to the gym first thing in the morning, what do you have to do before the gym? Wake up, get dressed, go to the gym. 3 things.
Brush your teeth.
Okay. Maybe 5 things. Wake up, brush your teeth, get dressed, eat, then go to the gym.
Spray some cologne.
That's fine. A woman has to make sure their makeup is good. They have to pick a right outfit to make sure their butt looks nice.
Ooh,
they have to pick the right top.
Spandex with booty and
yes, but my point is the thought process of a woman is so fucking flawed, bro.
And you know what I hate is they be like, I'm not doing it for guys, I'm doing it for girls.
They're doing it for themselves. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's like me going out in a Speedo with a cucumber hanging out my motherfucking Speedo and saying, I'm just trying to do it for myself.
And
it's all self-confidence
and
today.
my guys.
Yeah, like, let's just stop playing games and let's just realize who we are so that we can stop playing games. You know what I mean? Like, because it's much easier to interact with people who know
Goes back to what you said earlier. Attention.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
It's like, yeah, it's it's sad. It's sad because we live in a world that, like, fucking entertains it. And
don't get me wrong.
You know?
You go out, you see a girl in a nice top and a nice provocative bottom, you're like, oh man, that girl's really pretty.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with saying that to your partner either. Be like, yo, she looks really good. She's pretty.
But
you know,
but if you're in a relationship with that woman, and she's gonna go out with her girls, I don't want her really wearing that kind of gear.
No, there's a mutual respect at a certain point.
Same thing with me. You don't want me going out there in a spandex with a cucumber, dancing up on girls at the club.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's
thing.
definitely a mutual respect, but apparently women only have 2 outfits: sweatpants and hoe. Like, that's literally sweatpants and hoe. That's the 2 outfits that girls have, and it sucks because
That's funny.
they'll sit there and try to, like, justify everything, and that's the problem. Is like, you give people an inch, okay. You give women an inch, they take a mile. It's programmed, bro, because you got to think about it. It's like, that's a whole nother conversation.
Spandex that go all the way up the butt crack. How is that okay? Like, how is
Yeah.
that okay?
There's nothing. There's
If you're categorized the girl that does that kind of stuff and you're that attention seeker, then that's you. But how you gonna do that? You got a man at home, married or whatever else, and you're like your girl's wearing spandex that go way up there, and it's like
the
she's at the gym
problem.
by herself with no wedding ring on. Come on.
The problem is that the women in charge aren't taking accountability. Like, if you are like that, then explain to these other women in this world why it's right to be like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you think a certain way and that's how you think firmly, like, I'm just gonna throw Doja Cat out there for example. Like, women like that are ruining a generation. Sexy Red, like it's not about who they are. It's about the image they portray. It's not. It's like there's a fine line about the artistry and the creation versus the display and the execution. Like, I'm not knocking the person.
Yeah.
I'm knocking what the effect is, because they're too young to realize the effects. They're so caught up in their money and they having a good time at this and this and this. It's like, yo. Like, come on. We got there's not many jobs we have on this planet as humans spiritually, right?
Yeah.
Be a good person and leave the world a little bit better than you like entered, right? Like, just that's it.
Yeah.
And people cannot do that. It's so fucked. And it's like the women in charge, for example, if Amber Rose or Kim Kardashian, they're famous. Kim Kardashian's famous for her sex tape. So, like, think about this for a second. This woman, I'm not saying she hasn't worked hard. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve what she has. I'm not saying that. But the way that she went about it and the way that she preaches and shows herself to these women is very, very scary, because I think it fucks up, like you were saying, it just fucks up the whole purpose of what a relation. Like, women don't understand their purpose. Like, their purpose is more than just to look good and get attention and try to get fucked. Like, I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying, like, when you go to the club, like, women think guys have, like, they just want to fuck and they just want to do this. It's like, I just think that there's it's a real shaky slope right there. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm not trying to sit here and judge people for, as long as they know. It's just as long as they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as they know. Like, I have no problem with you being in a bikini and posting and be like, I'm doing this for a purpose. Like, I'm trying to get attention on this. Like, by all means. But then the moment you come to me and be like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not trying to get attention. I was just trying to show off this new outfit. And the outfit ain't even in the picture, just your tits and your ass. It's like, you need help.
Yeah.
And girls can't think that that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's like,
I used to have, back in the days, I used to have a girlfriend. And she would post, like, nothing too crazy, but, like, bikini pic, like, we're at the river.
Occasional, yeah.
Nothing too
when
crazy.
she was feeling herself, whatever.
But for some reason, there'd always be, like, 3 or 4 dudes that put, like, the flame thing on the thing, right?
Yeah, block them niggas. She couldn't do it, huh?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know what the deal was. I wasn't all up in the business.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But then, like, later down the road, she tells me, oh, you know, so-and-so, he's starting to slide up. And I'm like, oh, dang, these guys are brave. And then in my relationship, because I was also married, after the marriage, when things got really, like, bad, things started to be told. And then she told me, she's like, oh, you know, remember so-and-so from high school? Yeah, he was always sliding up and trying to link up. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that guy's my friend on IG. And then she's like, remember so-and-so? Yeah.
She's trying to hurt
He
you.
also
She's trying to
He
hit you
also
with
sent me something, and I'm like, dang, like, I've chilled with this guy a couple times.
It's betrayal,
You gotta be careful,
It
man.
fucking hurts, yeah.
You gotta be careful because,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not saying nothing, but, like,
It's the same vice versa. And that's the crazy thing, is I've never surrounded myself with fucked up dudes. Like, so my perspective of how the world works, I trust my guy friends.
Yeah.
My guy friends are good dudes. Like, I don't hang out with fuck niggas. Like, I don't hang out with fuck boys. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, growing up, being ahead of the curve, being popular and being, like, trendy, it's like women get that misconstrued very easily. Like, oh, you're like this. It's like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the realest motherfucker you ever gonna meet. Like, period. You know what I mean? And if not, I'm gonna work on it, because that's all I'm doing is trying to be real with myself. Like,
how much time was between your Romanian girl and your next girl.
Like 3 years.
That's good, man.
Yeah. Like after the marriage, I woke up completely, bro. It was like this 5 year period where I was depressed. I went through the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like the medical issues,
Oh yeah, you had the heart
yeah,
attack.
like I had a heart attack. I was 20, it was in 2017. So like 25 or 26. But like it's just you
How do you
realize
know? How do you know?
I'm 33 now.
33.
Yeah. So like and the thing was, once I eliminated, like I literally just went to the doctor like 2, 3 weeks ago, and they said I'm healthy as shit. Like I'm good to go.
That's good.
You know, I got another appointment coming up, whatever. But make sure you take a look and take care of yourselves because it's too fast. Once you pass the point of no return, the health is fucked. Like you got to stay ahead of the shit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. After
That's the Asian talking in you.
no, that you know what that is? It might be the Asian talking, but it's also me seeing my father and like a bunch of other African American family members. Like it's part of the black culture. Black culture don't like going to the doctors.
Yeah.
Like they just want to sleep
Mexicans
it off.
either. Mexicans
Mexican
either.
same yeah, minority. It's minority mindset.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally minority mindset. It's for today and not for tomorrow type of shit. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, we got to think bigger, right? But when you never have it, it's hard to think bigger, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, after the
So
marriage,
in that 5 years,
Mhm.
do you feel like you were productive towards your goals, rebuilding yourself, or do you feel like you were just going down?
after so initially when the divorce happened, I was a bag of rocks, bro.
Yeah.
I was a bag of rocks.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because everything that I was planning was over.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm talking about a
You
six.
hit a wall.
Like I was in the process of buying a 6,000 square foot home that was $845,000 on 2 acres of land. We were gonna move her family out from like, mind you, while doing this, we weren't as good as we used to be, but we were married. So in my head, we're married, right?
Yeah.
Like we're never getting divorced.
Yeah.
This will work. We're just going through a rough patch,
Yeah.
right? Like I genuinely, truly believed that she was gonna be my end all be all, right?
Yeah.
So even though I was unhappy, even though she cheated on me and didn't fix anything, even though she thought I was doing stuff but that wasn't the case, even though we both could have been better, and even though there was fuck ups made, I was still trying. I pretended like it didn't exist because I was hurt. I was so like, it was my way of coping, right? Like I just ignored it. I was like, well, we're married, so we're still together, and no matter what happens in the future, as long as I fix it moving forward, everything
Yeah.
will be good.
Yeah.
But that didn't take into consideration the pain and all that other stuff. But after that happened, bro, like I'm talking like my job, like I couldn't even work because the only reason I was working a desk job was because of her. She wanted to be with a man who like had their shit together, like security,
benefits.
entrepreneurship is now, mind you, she busted her ass and was a manager and at Chase, and she worked her way up because her dream was to be a CEO of a multinational company, which is a crazy dream
That's
for a
good.
girl,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So that like turned me on. Like that was one of the driving factors. I was like, we on the same, you know what I'm saying? But you know, going through all of that, and it's just like you realize like fuck, like there's a lot of work that needs to be done. She didn't do anything to deserve the things I was doing, right? Like in looking back, it's like, you know, if I went through with the house, she would have got half of it. I didn't sign a prenup.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna die with this girl, right? So
She should have waited it out, huh?
you fucked up. Should have fucking just fucked with me for like a year longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, honestly, after that all happened, it was just a downhill spiral, bro. Like honestly, it was bad.
When
It
did
was
you when did you start to make your climb?
2019, 2020,
So like how many years later?
3,
3 years later.
2, 3 years. Yeah, like she
But
fucked
those
me
3
up,
years,
bro.
bro, are seriously like good years for you because you got broken down to the ground.
Yeah,
Nothing left, and then it's like, okay, let me stand back up on my own feet. Let me take a deep breath, and let me get back to where I need to be.
yeah.
And that was 2019.
No, yes, that was in 20. Like so, basically in 2016, 17, right around that range, we
Yeah.
turmoil, right?
Yeah.
Lot of the relationship wasn't where it was supposed to be, but I was delusional. I
Yeah.
was married, so I was like
Yeah.
delusionally married. And then what really fucked it up, and we can get it. I'll get into it real quick. Like I was like she fucked me up so bad. Like I was almost purposely trying to become an alcoholic because I was so hurt. Like I was in so much misery, bro. Like I couldn't work, I couldn't think, I couldn't nothing, bro. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't do like my whole life was gone, bro. I couldn't fathom. And then on top of that, mind you, my family didn't know I was married
What?
because they weren't with it. Like my mom is like, they're traditional. My mom was like, you shouldn't be getting married just for these reasons. So what I wanted to prove to everybody, myself, my family, like we're getting married because we love each other. We're getting married because this is what we want. We're getting married because so we did our best to do that. And that's why the betrayal was so much worse later, right? Because it's like, dude, we did everything in our power to make sure that we weren't getting married for a green card, right?
Yeah.
Because that's not what I wanted. I did not want that. My dad feared that about my mom. So that was one of my biggest fears, right?
Yeah.
And
Isn't it crazy how the generational fears they
yes,
get passed down?
it's and that's the biggest thing is how many relationships do you have to go through to break those, or will you settle?
Right.
And that's the
the
kicker.
question is,
That's the kicker
or
right there
will you
because
settle?
how many people do you know better but they're not doing better?
Right.
Like they in situations where they know they shouldn't be in it or whatever the case may be. But that's all it was is like at that time, I did my best to try to fix it, but once again I was hurt, so I didn't know how to fix.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Then that was 2017. I was living in Arizona at the time.
yeah.
And then since I quit work and I was literally, bro, my life went from making $26,000 a year to I quit my job because I didn't want to be there anymore.
$26,000 a year?
Sorry, a month. I'm so sorry.
month,
26. Yeah, my best month was 26 bands a month, bro.
That's good.
And I was like 25. I was the number 8 banker at Quicken Loans out of 6,000 and something. So it's like, okay, I got with this girl. I got my act together. I'm going to get this corporate job. We're going to build this family. I'm going to buy this house. And then I'm going to pursue my dreams.
Yeah.
That's what my mindset was. Because I've
Yeah.
always wanted to have my own brand and do music and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But she came first.
So like when you did make your climb, that's when you started hitting music hard, or
So, yeah, basically.
because you haven't been rapping for a long
so
time.
basically, after that, after I realized there's nothing left out in Arizona for me, like she was the only reason I still was there, I moved back with my mom's, got back on my feet a little bit. And then at that time, this is like before COVID, this is before SoundCloud rap, like right in that time period, 15, 16, 17, 18, like, yeah. And mind you, I've always wanted to do music. I'm still doing music. I'm still designing. So I'm like, okay, well, this is now my opportunity. I had a heart attack. I almost lost everything in my life and didn't get to pursue anything. Like I would have literally just lost it all, right?
Yeah.
So from that point, once I moved back to my house and
You got to work.
over that, I got to work. I was like, all right.
So how many years is that, you think?
So from 19 to 22, I would say is like a lot of self-development years because put it this way, music creation changed so much from 2014 to present, like in terms of
so
the
much.
technology, the abilities to make music. So like how I knew how to make music was obsolete. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to do everything.
That's crazy.
I had to learn how to record. I had to learn how to sound good. Like people think music, I'm gonna make a song. Like cool, go for it. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, longevity and making a quality product like an album or a group of songs takes skill. Like no matter who you are, you know.
You're 33 now.
Yeah,
So like
I started
How-
doing music at like 29, like 29, 30. Like that's when I
and when you drop your first album,
like 31.
31. So
Yeah.
just like a couple years, boom, you
Yeah,
had an album
just-
out already.
Yeah,
That's cool. Man.
yeah. So I just did that, and mind you, I have so many other projects and so much other music that's ready to be dropped. But it's like I can't like understate this or overstate this. I don't even know what the word. I can't overstate this enough. I literally worked every single
Yeah,
day
yeah.
for 2.5 years straight.
Did you have a girlfriend at the time?
No.
You feel like you work harder when you don't have a girlfriend.
Yes, I was zoned in. The girl that I'm with now, I was talking to at the time.
Yeah. So, what are your girls' like 3 strengths?
All right, that's easy. So she's affectionate. She loves like she's very very good with physical affection and trying to like show you and display that love.
So, does that mean like hugs a lot?
Yeah, like she just
Kisses
love.
a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. Like now, don't get me wrong. Do I like
PDA?
it? Do I like it? But what I've learned about myself is some of the things that bother me the most, I actually need the most. Like me as a man, I get annoyed at her always like grabbing me and hugging. But I know from experience, I'd much rather that than a girl not give you that.
Yeah.
You feel
Okay.
me? So like.
What's going on over there?
So basically, yeah, she's very creative. I think
Creative.
I don't know if I mentioned that.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
she's an artist.
Yeah, so like that's one thing I saw right off the bat too. I saw her creative ability, and it's like as an entrepreneur and as someone who's always been able to like identify things, and I genuinely want the best for people, honestly. Like honestly. When I saw her ability to create and like how skilled she was, I was like, you don't need to be in the dental field anymore. Like,
Seriously.
let's figure out how to get you into like pursuing your dreams.
Yeah.
Like, why would you? But also because of what I went through, I was able to share those things with her. So
Yeah. Does she stay pretty busy?
yeah, and the fact
good.
that there's 4 things. I have 4 favorite things about
Oh,
her. 4 favorite
bonus.
things. Bonus. The bonus. The fact that I can explain these things to her and she's open-minded to these new ways of thinking. Like, for example, you can't tell every girl like you should build a business.
Yeah.
Like, not every girl's gonna be like susceptible to that
Yeah.
and positively react. So
You know, we went to the same high school, right?
you and Jen,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. When I pulled up to your spot,
What?
she was wearing a chafee.
Oh, that's right. You always went to
Thing.
Chafee. Little Chafee.
And I was
yeah.
like, what are you doing wearing that? Is this Halloween or something? And she's like, I went to that high school. I was like, really? I went to that high school.
Hey, small world, right?
So you had a bonus.
Oh, the bonus was that one, but
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
was saying that the third thing originally before I thought of the bonus was that she puts other people before herself all the time. Like she
Give me an example.
Okay, well, this is the funny part. Predominantly they're bad examples only because at 33, I think much less of other people's opinions than
Yeah.
at 27, 28.
Sure,
You
sure,
feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's a little biased, right? But like an example would just be like you know how girls like to do things in private but not in public?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's like
Yeah.
after a certain point in life, you don't give a fuck if it's private or public.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm me and that's that.
Yeah.
No, she just thinks about what other people are thinking a little bit too much. I think it's like also just it might be like a Hispanic or a Latina thing
Yeah.
from cultures. Like
Yeah.
you're always hyper fucking thinking about like, oh, is this person thinking this or oh, I wonder what they're thinking. It's like it's the biggest thing, but like I said, so I love that about her, but I hate it about her because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it stops you from being who you are. Like you know?
Got it. Yeah.
But it's a good quality because you'd much rather someone, because I've been with someone who thinks about themselves first.
Yeah.
That fits me. It fits me better if they think about me first. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking about them first. So if I'm thinking about you first, I need someone to think about me first.
What do you
know.
think she thinks are your 3 best like strengths?
Honestly, I think that she would probably say like my communication skills, even though she hates them because I've come off.
I don't think you have great communication skills.
Damn. Really?
100%.
For real?
100%.
Why not?
Cause you text me like at 2:00. Yo, we still doing the podcast.
That's different.
Don't pull up the text thread.
That's different. You said 2 o'clock. Hold
You're
on, I'm
starting
gonna
to
call
get
you
real
on it.
petty all of a sudden.
Wait, what? I didn't do anything.
No, we don't communicate that often.
Oh, I thought you.
Sometimes I'll text you and you'll take like a day to reply.
Bro, this past 2 weeks is different.
This was a month and a half ago.
Oh no, we were talking regularly. Look,
I think it's funny that you're going through your phone to check.
no,
like,
look,
was I?
look, 8:37, 8:39. Then you texted me at 1:45.
That was when we were at the
I
bar
didn't-
together, and
I
I was
didn't-
in the restroom. You're like, "Yo, what's up? You good?"
No,
I
this
was like,
was
"No, I'm not
This
good."
was after I sent you the thumbnail for
I
the.
mess with you.
I sent you the thumbnail. and
No,
stuff.
but no. I actually no. You're not a very good communicator. You don't text very good. Takes you like 6 hours to text. You're almost worse than my daughter.
First of all,
She takes like 4
you
weeks to
texted
reply.
me. You texted the only time it took me 6 hours to text you back. You texted me at 7 in the morning, and I was in the studio all night, so I didn't wake up till 12 o'clock.
See, I'm gonna come up with some good lies like that too.
No, but that's really what happened. Like,
I'm gonna come up with some.
oh
good
yeah,
lies.
so like on March, you texted me at 9:17. I didn't text you till 10:31.
That's pretty good for you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are
Yeah.
you complaining about? I feel like I gave you A1 service, bro. Like, some people don't get text back for like days, bro. Like,
That's how it was in the beginning.
You know what, Aunt? I'm
I
sorry.
think I'm barely moving them from a D to the C friend.
What? No, it's not even that. What it is too is before I had a good excuse for it before. Now it's more so just like trying to stay busy and balancing schedule. But before I was recording all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like literally I was recording. In my email response, I said, if I do not respond to you, it's because I'm in the studio recording.
Yeah.
Who the fuck puts that on their email like on
Yeah.
their signature?
No,
you
no.
know?
I already told you earlier. You're pretty
So,
busy.
but yeah, essentially, as far as just to touch back on the lady, I think when it comes to communication, I am good not through text message. I'm good in person communication. Let's
You're outgoing.
yeah, like I'm outgoing, so like she loves how I can create a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things that she lacks in terms of strengths and weaknesses. She loves how good I am creatively.
Yeah.
And then she'd probably say that I come up with some of the best ideas for sure. It's just execution sometimes lacks, but I think every creator understands that. It's like you can come up with so many fucking ideas, but
Yeah.
putting things into place so you can execute them takes time. Having the funds, the capital, the team, the bandwidth to do it. So it's just like, you know. But I do think that because of the gap that I took to highlight what you were saying, it takes 3 years, 4 years to get yourself back. After my divorce, I actively, because of my past, I ended up in relationships that I didn't want to be in, right?
Yeah.
Because of the divorce, I actively made sure not to get in a relationship. Like I actively fought it and fought it and fought it. So, it took 2-3 years, but then afterwards it's much better now. It's like, I just implemented all those fucking life lessons, bro. It's like,
I think
that's all it is.
I think the next 5 years for you is gonna be real good, really good. If you were to manifest the next 5 years, like top 5 things that you want, or top 3 things that you are gonna do, like what do you think would be those top 3 things?
Like realistically speaking, I want a radio hit, so I'm really working on like my project. Like I was told one time that if music made people famous, there'd be a lot more famous people, and I firmly see that, and it's sad. That's a sad fact, but I do think that good art is undoubtedly appreciated, right? So I've been spending time putting that together. I think I have at least 10 to 15, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like platinum caliber songs, like, with the right team, the right everything behind it, without a doubt. Like, so that's in motion.
Do you feel like you can kind of compare to the Russ?
Yeah, honestly, I can. And I think that, okay, this is the fucked up part, is when you talk to people that are on your same playing field, they think you're fucked up for thinking that you're that good, or they look at you for like, oh, how can you imagine yourself being on a Kendrick level, or it's like you have no other option, bro. Like if you want to join that field of industry, like you have to view yourself with these as peers, but you also have to be realistic. Like, Lil B, shout out Lil B, Bass God. He's not Kendrick Lamar, but they both rap and they both could make money off rap. So it's like you just got to know your lane, right? Like you got to.
Who's to say you're not able or capable of going to the top?
Who's to say that these people that are at the top planned it? The people that are at the top didn't even see that. They
Russ, some of his first songs, he's like talking about like the struggle and how.
Well, and that's a perfect example. Like Russ, that's one comparison that I've got before, that I don't listen to Russ too much, but when it comes to personality, I fuck with Russ because I understand the grind, the hustle. It's like, that's one thing that I wish I would have done looking back because of the scenario. Like, I wish I dropped a song a day for fucking 2 years straight. I could have did it.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't do it was because I felt my production skills weren't there. And most people who are artists have producers. They just record, send them the song, blah, blah, blah. Like, I had to learn how to do everything, bro. I had to learn how to record my voice. I had to learn how to edit it, tune it, this, that, and the third. I had to learn how to use Pro Tools. I had to learn how to do everything, bro, from the top down. And all I had banking on was, 3 years of piano lessons at the age of 7, right? And then, like, just a lifetime of being an enthusiast of music. That's all I had as far as, like, tools.
So what's another one then? That's one.
All right, so that's one. I want to get a studio and I want to get a house. So that's 2 more.
That's good. You could make that one if you want.
No, I want them separate because I had my studio in my house before.
Yeah.
And
you don't want the studio in the house.
I want the studio part of the house. I don't want it in the house.
Gotcha.
It's too much. It's too much. The way that I live my lifestyle, we're lit. Like, I can't have a family. It's just, long-term thinking. Like, not that I want a family right now, but, one of the big things that was an interference in the past was, like, my brother doesn't do music, right? So it's like he has a different lifestyle. How's he feel when I got all these homies coming over? We chiefing, we loud as shit till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. This, like, it's just, So
yeah.
So those are so I'm trying to do. Let's see. I within the next 5 years, I want to have like a radio hit. I don't
hit.
I don't give a fuck about the viral shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just want a song that's universally recognized as a good song and people appreciate it because it relates. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do nothing crazy to get that recognition. I'm not going to sell my soul.
Right.
I'm going to just hold it down, and I'm going to do the best I can and make music that fits to how I feel and to what comes spiritually naturally to me. And if it's good, it's going to obviously resonate with others. And
do you have like a goal on like how many songs you have to drop a week, a month, a year?
Okay, so in regards to that, like, my original goal was not realistic. I used to want to drop a song every single day, but
that's tough.
It's not that it's tough, it's that you're going to always hear 2 sides to it because there's plenty of people who have gotten recognition from doing these things, but it's like in your development phase, if the songs aren't good enough to, like, how would I say it? Like, the average ear is going to hear someone's song and be like, oh, it sounds good. But, like, if it's a producer, they'll be like, oh, it needs this, this, and this, right? So.
Yeah. Because if you do it one a day, maybe your lyrics go down. The quality of your lyrics go down.
Mm-hmm.
You probably can keep the audio quality up. You can keep the beats up. You can keep this up. But something's got to give, I think, if you do it.
Not necessarily.
Day, no?
Not necessarily. And that's where I kind of beat myself up about it because it's like, if you have all your ducks in a row, you could drop a song a day and be good. It's just how you do it and how is people going to hear it because the current terrain of music is so manipulated. Like, look at Instagram, for example. Like, I just got back on Instagram the past couple months. I can't see any of my close friends' shit. It's like none of them is on my Instagram. Like, when I'm scrolling on my Instagram, it's literally just suggested for you. Yeah. People they think you should follow. I'm like, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
So think about what that does to the music side of things. Are things getting naturally heard because they're good, or are people putting money behind stuff to get pushed a certain, So it's just like, after I got in contact with a couple people and got a little bit of a reality check and got a team behind me to give me some advice. So I do want to release more songs. So I guess my 4th goal would be to release, I would say, like a song a month. Because I have more than that. I have so much more music than that. It's just a matter of like, okay, like you just drop it and hope for the best? Or do you have a plan behind it? Like you're going to drop it, there's a promotional plan behind it. You have a rollout, you got a video, there's just so much more to do. It's like, so it's
maybe what we should do, maybe what I could do to help you.
Yeah.
Is instead of coming here and recording, every Wednesday or whatever it might be, maybe one Wednesday we can just come over and I can edit podcasts and you can edit music and then we can just chit chat, hang out, and then just do that for 2-3 hours.
We should run it, bro. We should definitely run it, and then we can even do because I have all the stuff at the crib too, so we can even record, do a podcast episode there, or get you in the motherfucking studio, bro.
Shoot, what I say?
Get you in the booth.
Out here dropping the flow, ready to rock and roll. I don't got no lyrics.
Nah, but I mean, we could fix that. But I would say, and then the fifth goal, health.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be the. All right, my goals aren't in order.
Yeah,
but
not in order.
you said top 5 things. So like,
What are you trying to do for your health?
bro, I can't gain weight.
I can't lose weight.
Like, I can't gain weight. I know a lot of people will probably think like, oh, what a great problem to have. But
Yeah.
like, when you're trying to get into stage shape, bro, it's tough. Like, it's discouraging because like you go, like I remember when I was in like living out here, I was working out every day, bro.
Yeah.
And after like 2 years, I realized like I'm just not eating enough. Like I'm like getting a little bit more cut. I'm at the same fucking weight that I've been at since motherfucking 17, 18 years old, bro. Like I'm literally 148, 152 pounds.
That's what I was my
light
senior
as
year.
shit, bro. Like I feel like a feather in the motherfucking wind, bro.
Yeah.
But I be, I'm strong as fuck, but I'm trying to be strong as fuck. I'm trying to be stronger as fuck, I should say. So yeah, those are the 5 goals. Just like I said, like get that radio product ready because I know it's there. I got people behind it. Then the rollout. So to answer your question, why don't I drop more music? Because there's a process that has to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To maximize the, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like you've been consistent the last few weeks with posting on your Instagrams, but it would be nice to see more of your music.
Okay.
You know why? Because then I can say, "Ooh, what did he say? Oh, I like that."
Yeah.
And then you put the little link at the bottom.
The
to hit
lyrics and
hit
stuff.
the song,
Yeah.
and I can click it, and I can listen to it on YouTube or whatever, and then I can listen to one song and be like, "Oh, I like that one." And then guess what? Let me check out another one.
Yeah.
Boom, and I'll be listening to more of your stuff more often, and then times that by 100 people.
Yep.
Or 1,000 people, 2,000, whatever it is. And that's how I see myself engaging with your music, because I don't go on my phone and then search up Official Sims.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you sing. I've heard a couple things, but I've never listened to the lyrics or read the lyrics and go, oh. Because sometimes when we're driving around, you're like, listen to this. This was about this or this was about that. And I listen, I go, oh, those are some good.
Yeah, but seeing it and like actually digesting it is one thing.
Hearing the lyrics, reading it, hearing the beat, seeing you in the background doing your thing, is I'm part of it. I'm engaging with it. And then if one of your lyrics resonates with me, then I'm gonna be like, I want to listen to that. I think if you did, if you had a goal of like putting even 5 songs a week, old stuff, new stuff
Just
on there,
lyrics.
Yeah, I think, and even in 3 weeks, you can repost the one you did a month ago. Like, it's not a big deal.
Okay,
I think that would be great because then. For me,
because you want to
it's
hear.
Not
what
about the views. It's not about the subscribers. It's not about this. It's more just about organically having people listen to it.
No, and I appreciate that because I know you're a fan and you're a supporter of like me, and you actually like and appreciate my work. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely for sure something I'll do.
Yeah,
definitely need to do that because that's part of the next rollout. Like I already have all the lyrics done and all the videos, and I have 7 music videos done for songs that aren't out yet, and I'm like, they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Like the videos are just not good enough. Like I want to put them out how they are, but I'm like, they could be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's little stuff like that. And you need a team. I want to shout out the homies with Pirate Clothing. Like that's one, I can't say how much I fuck with them. Like they are the shit. Like them and Nomad. So those are two of my homies from basically like my high school. But they took a vision and a dream and actually are doing stuff. And it's like, it's very respectable, man. I'm proud of them, bro. Like, you need a team. And you can only do so much at one time. Like, some people know this. I had a screen printing facility in my living room. I had the studio in my bedroom. Like, I had the garage was filled with like, you gotta, it's hard. You gotta have a team.
I got a podcast in my house.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, the moment you try to start expanding, it's like, all right, there's only so much you could do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you doing a podcast a day. Now, who's editing this stuff when you got work? You got to hire someone to edit it. You know what I mean? It's just so having a team is so crucial, and that's really what this year is just reestablishing that. Because, like I said, I kind of fell off a little bit off of people's radar, just off of my own radar for that matter. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like we're together on this social journey.
Yeah.
And we're gonna grow your pages, my pages, to our goals. You know what I mean? Get to where we want to do. Because at the end of the day, we are doing it for a purpose, and it's business attention, it's music attention. It is what it is, and it's a positive thing. It's not a bad thing. So I appreciate you sharing those dreams with us. I appreciate you showing a little bit of a deeper touch.
And then when I drop my next songs, I'll drop them on the podcast. We could release them here first because, like it's just about getting in tune, right?
100%. And it's necessary because I edit the last 45 minutes of before I go to bed. Not every day, but once, twice a week. And it's like, it's tough because you're half asleep. You're in the bed. You're supposed to be getting ready to go to bed, relax, watch a little TV, and then you're over there editing. But that's the life of an entrepreneur.
Yep.
But you should also set aside 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a week to doing that.
Yeah.
So if we could put together 3 hours, a week, every other week, whatever it might be, that'd be beneficial for you and me.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, bro. And then like I said, it's people. The biggest thing that I learned about the past 5 years and that I positioned myself into doing is it's not a matter of if at this point. It's a matter of when. A lot of people, and mark my words, you heard it for. It's not about if the radio hit comes. It's a matter of when. It's not. The music is there. I spent I put so many hours in. It's crazy. It's crazy how much work I put in to confidently be able to say put me in any studio, put me with any beat, put me with any producer. I'll teach the producer something. I'll sit there. I'll hold my own. You know what I mean? Musically. And it's it's just not a matter of if, it's when, and it's just planning for the opportunity to meet the opportunists. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Shout out Nip, right? So
100%.
That's it. So yeah, we just keep pushing, bro.
Well, man, I want to say thank you for another successful episode.
Yes.
Thank you for making time to come out here and spend some quality time with me. I do appreciate it. I know it's like a hour drive back, but it means a lot to me, and I just want to be here for you to grow and help you grow any which way I can help you. So I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys. You showing some love, giving your at. Tell me where you're at.
Yo, first off, I want to let you know I appreciate you as a homie, as a big bro. It's hard to meet real people, and it's hard to meet real people that want to join you on your journey and support you throughout the whole way and really take the hits with you. And I feel like I found someone who I could I really fuck with you, Ant. So appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm here, ride or die. Y'all can find me at Official Sims on Instagram, OFFICIAL Sims, 2 M's, or Official Sims.
We'll drop it too.
Yeah, we'll put it all in the info and description and everything like that. But everybody, make sure you go follow me. Check out the new music. Check out all of my stuff. Add me on all the platforms. There's gonna be a lot of stuff dropping soon. And yeah, man.
Awesome.
Till the next episode.
And don't forget, guys, we also have a real estate page at Camou Associates Real Estate. This is our podcast. This is where we do a little bit more, a wider range of content, not just real estate related. But if you guys have any real estate needs, give me a call. I'm your guy. Anything else for you?
Hey, what was goal number 3 and 4? Or 2 and 3? Studio and a place. We're about to get this real estate shit popping this year. So
studio and a place.
Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
All right,
Watch
guys.
it happen.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's go.
Oh, you do.
Oh, you do.
Oh, you do.
Dreams are supposed to be hard to get. Not supposed to be easy. But that's what makes you you.
Set your bar high, go get it. Time fly, don't sweat it. This life will pass fast if you let it. Better recognize if you trash, if you bet it. Yeah, about the cash, leave your ass indebted. The way the system works.